How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Damn!
Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Look what you've done to my queen. Look what you have done to Brie Larson. She has now gone into full-on attack mode. And everybody online, all the media pundits are saying, "Slay Queen!" Just like me. Slay Queen, Brie. I absolutely loved your answer on the red carpet. While at D23, Brie Larson was promoting multiple products, including the release of The Marvels, which has been pushed back multiple times and has had the name Captain Marvel removed from the title. She was asked a question by Variety magazine, and her response was perfect. To be honest, I absolutely can understand why she replied this way, but the idea that Captain Marvel was ever a movie anyone really wanted was insane. And Brie Larson did not do enough at the time to ingratiate herself to the fandom. I think she's done a admirable job with her own personal YouTube channel, humanizing herself and hopefully taking a little bit of edge off. But then, like, this interview last night completely erased it. And then she followed up with a tweet literally saying, like, I can't even believe it. So Brie Larson was asked, how long will you play Captain Marvel?
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
That look at his face, I was like, don't be
so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
How long will you...
Yikes. Now, a lot of Brie fans, absolutely. Of course, I replied. I said, I do. I want 100 Captain Marvel movies. I want, you see a lot of the people reply, though. Here's Nina. Of course you do. Oh, replying to me. Brittany Venny, what did he do to deserve that attitude? He asked the question and he got the wrath. I don't know. Like, here's Andy Signor, showed Captain Marvel to my daughter. She was not a fan. So rude and too full of herself. I didn't coach her at all. I really like Brie Larson as an actress. I just hate how Captain Marvel was written as a character. So smug and unlikable. Way too powerful. Wow, it's almost like we're seeing something similar with a Galadriel character. And you see most of these, like, like, please point to me to another Marvel actor who has replied to this question by saying, does anyone even want me to? She could have just stopped at, I don't know, maybe expressed a thankfulness to have gotten to play the role this long, like, the other actors do. Now, a lot of Brie stans are saying, hey, look, she didn't do anything wrong. She's just addressing the trolls. And at the time, we didn't really know for sure. Now, honestly, hey, maybe there's some weird history between this Variety writer and Brie. Maybe he's written articles or something and said, like, everybody hates Brie Larson or something like that. I don't know. But, like, I get it. You see a lot of people, she said, I can call it an incel YouTube fired up with their ring lights. There's ring lights? I mean, you see most of the people really rallying support. There's a lot of people that are like, man, like you see Matt Ramos, when you're hated on, torn apart, taken out of context on a daily basis, it takes a toll on you. Our words can affect anyone, including someone like Brie Larson. She said nothing wrong here with 7,100 likes. Now, Brie Larson is doing the very human thing, and that is focusing on the negative. This is something that YouTubers do all the time, and I try to get people like, hey, relax, don't do that. But it's weird that our eyes are trained to, like, the negative comments. There might be 100 positive ones. For some reason, YouTubers see the negative ones. And people have been rallying to support her, of course, since this guy saw Captain Marvel 140 times. I hope that, I mean, he looks like he did, but, like, I hope that, you see... The Marvels is another example of the woke folk using black and brown people as shields. Brie Larson has made herself insufferable, but if her movie fails, the media will claim it's because men hate strong women. White people don't want to see black and brown people in movies. I mean, yeah, that's their methodology, basically. And look, I'm not. See, the thing is, like, I am like the #1 Brie Larson fan channel on YouTube. There's no denying that. But I tweeted, I was like, I 100% understand why she replied in this way. And you see a lot of media rallying around her since then. But it's been interesting to watch because, like, what really started it? What really made Brie Larson unlikable to the Marvel community was this initial speech at the Women in Film Festival where she's talking about a movie that, you know, it's been 4 years since Brie Larson gave an eloquent speech in which she stated nothing but facts. To this day, nothing has changed. She said basically, you know, I don't care what a 40-year-old white guy has to say about A Stitch in Time or something like that. A movie that isn't made for white men. White men shouldn't be chiming in to review it. And I guess, I mean, that's a pretty easy position to take. You know, they're also the men that are paying to see the movies, especially when it comes to Marvel movies. It's like, does Brie Larson only want women to review Captain Marvel? Okay, well then only women should be paying to see Captain Marvel. This was like one of the big flashpoints in kind of the culture battle in when Marvel fell. It was when it became very obvious that they hate you. Guys like Don Cheadle, he hates you. He does. He hates you. You're a necessary evil to keep him rich, but Don Cheadle hates you. Brie Larson hates you. Chris Evans hates you. Mark Ruffalo. Remember Mark Ruffalo saying, "Rest in peace, JoJo." I mean, Mark Ruffalo hates you. You have to stop giving these people your money. And I'm not saying don't enjoy the movies. I'm just saying stop giving them your money, in particular at the box office. And it became kind of the forefront of this like activist actor crap, where just because you play a superhero on TV, suddenly they all thought we cared, just like Brie says. Suddenly, you're supposed to care what Brie Larson has to say because she plays a fake superhero on TV. No. And it's funny to me that this is a rod of their own making. Like, you don't see Scarlett Johansson out there tweeting about white men and talking about this and that, right? She just cashes checks. And that's why she's not on the receiving end of a lot of the ire. Then after, and by the way, this could be, you know, just a very well calculated PR move to get Brie Larson back in the news. You look at this, you have the cast of The Marvels, which, by the way, you know Brie Larson's got to be salty that they didn't call it like Captain Marvel 2, and that they've added this shield of more diverse characters. You have Miss Marvel here, and, you know, I think Monica Rambeau, right? I know everybody has Nia DaCosta too. I'm not totally sure, but so much more diversity in one picture, it's very difficult to see. But like, it's hard to feel bad for you when then you put this out. Trolls combust. Why? What is there? The only thing to comment on here is that you're like antagonizing them. And you see a lot of people here bring up accurate points. Here's Data Racer. Well, we'll see how the next film does, since it won't have the most advantageous MCU release of all time, sandwiched between Infinity War and Endgame. That is true. Like, a lot of the run-up to Captain Marvel, you know, there was this revisionist history by the new fan, like the consume fan, that like our side of YouTube was saying the movie was going to flop. I never said it was going to flop. I didn't believe it was going to flop at all, because it was required viewing. It was billed as Marvel as required viewing for the biggest movie in history. Did it get passed by Top Gun Maverick? Either way, it was it is either still the biggest or is the #2 biggest movie of all time. Okay, like, you know, when it tanks at the box office and audience reviews, you call the fans racist bet. Yeah, probably. Your behavior on the red carpet at D23 tells us everything. The thing with Captain Marvel, or like the Marvels rebrand, is essentially, I think Disney lost a little faith in Brie Larson as a character. Why do I think this? Well, they took her name off the movie. It's not called Captain Marvel 2. She's no longer the star of her own movie. And she had about 8 seconds of film time, of screen time in Endgame. And it was only to appear on screen and be the most powerful person in history, and then get punched by an Infinity Stone. But like, also to appear in the cringest moment in Marvel cinematic history. Their strong, independent women who don't need no man scene. That was dumb. But you know, it is what it is. And again, I don't like this. I think her name's Imran. I think the actress for Miss Marvel, I don't think she said anything like super controversial. She hasn't been in any kind of trouble anyway. Her show tanked. It was the worst, I think, worst or second worst viewed show on Disney Plus. But it's like, it could have been great. It's still that nobody knows who Miss Marvel is, and it was for a niche audience. Captain Marvel was similarly this kind of like niche comic book that had failed half a dozen times, but you know, they needed more female representation in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so Brie Larson got thrust upon us, and it was at just the perfect exact wrong time for her. I think Brie is probably likable in real life, but like, and I 100% endorse like trolling, but like, okay, then like, I can't feel bad for you if this is what you do. If you like, you know, I hope the black girls you pose with are cool about you being used like that. What? I don't get it. Those are the stars of the movie. Like, this is a bad take if it's like, you know, I mean, maybe it's ironic. But like, she has immense support. This is a tweet that has 90,000 likes, and like, she keeps acting like everyone hates her. Like, nah, don't think so. Not really gonna feel bad for Brie Larson, who gets, you know, paid millions of dollars a movie. You could take some bad press online. You could just log off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Brie, you're welcome to come on the channel and discuss this at any time. I would absolutely love to. We'll talk to you. Hey, leave a like on it and make sure you subscribe down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.